Hallo und herzlich willkommen zum Lost Event. Ich bin Jorge, Garcia. Heute bei mir im Studio. Ja, das muss sein. Ich würde sagen, wir fangen an. Okay, ja, das war. Ich will nicht, aber jetzt weiß nicht. Nicht early, aber ja, trotzdem. Toll.
Wie bist du eigentlich dazu gekommen oder darauf aufmerksam geworden, Lost zu sehen?
Also durchs Internet, durch eine schöne Lost-Fan-Seite. Ja,
Lost-Fans.de.
Ja, kenne ich einige Leute und bin ich halt so durch die Seite gekommen. Super sehr. Ja, danke.
Also was ist der größte Unterschied zwischen der 4. und der 5. Staffel?
The biggest difference, I think, is the time period that everybody is in. I think that's probably the biggest difference. Also, just the main thrust of season 4 was us getting off, and now it's kind of the return.
Also in der 4. Staffel ging es ja noch hauptsächlich darum, von der Insel wegzukommen. In der 5. Staffel geht es eher wieder darum, hinzukommen. Und er sagt auch, der größte Unterschied ist die Zeit, in der man drin steckt. Also, the audience is used to the flashbacks and the visions, but now there occurs a third, let's say, time event. So you can jump in time now. How does that work? Also man ist gewohnt, dass es Rückblicke gab, man war gewohnt, dass es Visionen gab, aber jetzt gibt es sozusagen eine dritte Zeitebene und die heißt Zeitsprünge. How's that possible?
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, as far as
I tried, okay? I just tried. Ich hab's nur versucht.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's not possible, but it is on television. So.
Really? So, season 6 is supposed to be the last season. Do you know if there's a kind of master plan existing? Do the writers know where it's all going to? Also ich frage ihn, ob die 6. Staffel ist die letzte, Sie haben es ja gehört, auch auf Fox, ob es da einen Masterplan gibt, ob die Autoren schon wissen, wie das Ganze am Ende ausgeht.
Well, they say they have one, and I do believe them. It's way too hard of a show to do if you didn't have a master plan, I think.
Also er sagt, natürlich glaubt er dran, dass es einen gibt, weil es wäre auch so schwierig, so eine Show zu machen, wenn man dann nicht wüsste, wie es am Ende ausgeht. And what about you? Do you have an idea how this is all going to end? What would you wish be? How should it all wrap up?
At least Hurley's still standing in the last scene.
Yeah.
Then I'll be happy.
Sozusagen der Letzte, der dann auf der Insel noch steht und das würde ihn dann schon glücklich machen. I read that you had kind of a life to-do list, like what you want to achieve and like to live in an extraordinary place, to do an extraordinary show. So I think you did pretty well so far.
Yeah, so far so good.
Is there anything you don't like about shooting Lost?
Well, it's hard because, well, you get a lot of bug bites working in the jungle, and then they're in odd places where all of a sudden you're doing the scene, then you realize that you have like a bug bite on your forehead, or like in between your fingers, just really random places to get bug bites. That's probably the toughest part for me. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of fun mostly, so I don't even complain about that.
Okay, that would be complaining on a high level, so you won't do that.
It's high-class problems, really.
Yeah, shooting on Hawaii is a really high-class problem. Can you tell us one funny story when you were shooting season 5? What happened on the set? Also eine lustige Geschichte noch, was passiert ist. Ich habe gemerkt, Sie verstehen das alle prima, deswegen habe ich jetzt nicht mehr alles übersetzt, okay? Super. Wunderbar. Also, one funny story, season 5.
Well, I can tell you that Matt, Fox, and I have trouble not laughing or smiling when we look at each other in a scene. Especially if we have to look at each other and not say anything. It's very difficult to keep a straight face with each other. This started in season 1 when like we were doing the scene where Dr. Arts is like kind of showing that the wind is blowing, the boat is built, and it's like, when did you leave? And he's like, you should have left yesterday. And then there's a moment where we all kind of look at each other before we go to commercial. And I'm like, okay, I looked at like Harold, and that's fine. And I can look at, you know, Josh, and that's fine. I can look at Evie, that's fine. I look at Matt, it's like, that we actually decided we can't look at each other in this scene until, you know, the scene's over. We just gotta look at everybody else. And then the last take of the scene, we kind of both thought at the same time, well, come on, we're professionals. Let's look at each other. And then we look at each other, we started laughing again. This season it happened again where we shot a scene, and then later we had to kind of shoot the same scene from a different angle that they sometimes do. And so there's a scene going on in the foreground, and we're in the background, and we have to be looking at each other like we're having a conversation, and we can't keep a straight face. So instead we decided that like we would stand kind of off each other's shoulder, almost like this. So from there, it looks like we're looking at each other, but I'm looking at a post and he's looking at the wall, so we don't laugh during the tape.
Okay, so we will find out what's the biggest challenge for you as an actor in season 5. Jorge, thank you so much for having here. Also vielen, vielen Dank, dass da war. Riesenapplaus.